This video I'm going to talk about how to turn your life around, because I went from genuinely not enjoying anything. I was not happy with myself, and at the same time I was kind of content but also extremely over it. It's a very weird feeling to describe, but I'm hoping at least one of you can relate to this. So the first thing I'm going to say is that this doesn't happen overnight, and I think that's where I struggled a lot, because I would always compare myself with other people, and I would just kind of get frustrated with myself. I would compare someone's chapter 34 with my chapter 2, and I would get really discouraged, and I would see people with loads of money, and they have a beautiful girl, and they're ripped, they have a six-pack, and I would look at me and think, yeah, I have none of that, so what's the point in even trying? So rule number one is that the only person you compare yourself with is yourself. That was the biggest mindset shift that I've ever had, and that changed my life. I started comparing myself with myself yesterday. All right, so I would start to do jumping jacks, and every day that I progressed, I would add 5 or 10 or 15 or 20 and just continuously better myself, compare with myself the day before. And rule number 2 for me, and listen, this one might not apply to you, but it certainly applied to me. But a big problem I had, like I said, was comparing myself with other people. So what I had to do was I had to get off social media and then limit it after I came back on it. It's really easy nowadays to compare yourself with other people, and the truth is social media is just a big front. It's not real. You have to tell yourself that it's not real, because it isn't. It's really easy to believe the lie because it's just everywhere. Rule number 3 for me was building a routine. So listen, growing up, I would sleep in till 11, 12, 1, 2, 3 p.m. Like, it didn't matter, I'd play video games all night and then sleep in all day and then whatever. But what I found most beneficial for myself, and what I've seen beneficial for others, is waking up early in the morning and accomplishing things early in the morning. That way, by 9, 10, 11 o'clock, you already accomplished something during the day, and you think, wow, I have so much time left. Now I can invest in myself. I can read that book. I can get ahead of my homework. I can, do anything. It's one of the best habits you can make. And that kind of goes into number 4, which is building good habits. And part of that is getting rid of bad habits. So there's a book called Atomic Habits, and I'll give you the really brief rundown. So if you have bad habits, just pretend porn, vaping, drinking, social media, right? Make it invisible. So put it away. Don't buy it ever again, obviously, but that's not how it goes. But make it invisible, and then make it difficult, right? So if it's video games, unplug it from the wall and put it in, the top shelf of your closet, right? Like, the harder you can make it to do, the more likely you are to not do it. And the inverse to that is building good habits. So you need to make good habits. Just pretend eating fruit, eating vegetables, reading a book, journaling, gratitude journal, like whatever it is. You have to make it visible. So leave the book right on your desk, leave the fruits out on the counter. That way it's super easy to continue your streak. Like, for example, Duolingo. I have the little Duolingo thing on my phone, on my home page, and on my lock screen, right? There's no way I can forget, because it's the first thing I see when I see my phone. Also, something really good is Notion. They have like daily check boxes, so you can check off like meditating and drinking water and all this good stuff. And they have a home widget too, so that's pretty cool. It just helps you ensure that you're staying on top of everything you need to do. Number 5 is just doing things you love to do. You need to make time for doing things you love to do. For me, a huge one has been pushing myself to become a better person, whatever it may be. So one of the ways I'm trying to better myself is by becoming more uncomfortable, or rather becoming comfortable in uncomfortable situations. So whether it's working out past my limits or my preconceived limits, cold plunges, that's like a big one for me, cold showers. Every time I tell myself I can't do this, I instead of just agreeing with it now, I kind of say, okay, what if I can get past this? What if I'm able to conquer this, right? And then my limits will get up to notch. And then it's kind of the same battle. You go back and forth. You have to, keep on conquering yourself. It becomes a beautiful thing. So I kind of forgot to record an end sequence. So listen, if you could just take one thing away from this video, just remember that you only have one life and you need to just make the most of it. So get out there and live your best life. I really hope you found this video helpful. If you did, it would mean the world to me if you left a like on this video and subscribe to my channel. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Take care.